Like a beacon on a hilltop, Pryor breezes furled the black and gold. Well, it is the final day of the district schedule. The McAlester Buffaloes travel up to Pryor Creek, Oklahoma for a chance to possibly get up to the 3 seed in the 5A4 standings. But there's a lot of different variables. We're looking at a game down by the Red River as the Durant Lions are taking on the Booker T. Washington Hornets right now. So we will find out where McAlester will be going in the regional tournament after today. So let's go ahead and let's see what today has in store for us, shall we? Again, welcome to Pryor Baseball Field here in Pryor, Oklahoma, the site of today's district finale between the Pryor Tigers and your McAlester Buffaloes. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. So, the McAlester Buffaloes coming off of a 7-2 loss to the Pryor Tigers from a day ago. Pryor has the District 5A4 championship in their sights. If they win today, then they will be 5A4 champions. If they lose today, they got to see what happens between Claremore and Tahlequah. If Claremore should win today, Pryor has to win to get the District 5A4 championship. If Claremore loses today, doesn't matter what happens for Pryor, they are District 5A4 champions. We're going to be looking at that game a little bit later on today as well. So the McAlester Buffaloes currently standing at number 4 in the District 5A4 standings. Let's look at the 5A4 standings. Pryor's at number 1 at 10-1 plus 41. Claremore at 2, 9-2 plus 67. Durant at 3rd at 6-5 plus 23. McAlester at 4th at 6-5 minus 4. Booker T at 5th at 5-6 plus 3. Tahlequah 3-8 minus 9 at the 6th spot. And Will Rogers at 7th at 0-12 minus 120. So this is the scenario for McAlester, because I know a lot of McAlester fans are tuning into this broadcast, obviously. If McAlester wins today and Durant loses, McAlester will jump up to the 3 spot. If Booker T beats Durant and McAlester loses today, they will drop down, I believe, I'm like 90% sure, McAlester will drop down to the 5 spot, where they'll be going to the 5A4 champion site. Could be here at Pryor. Well, obviously, if McAlester loses today, it will be Pryor. They'll be coming back here in a few weeks. But if Durant wins at all, if Durant beats Booker T, McAlester is locked in at the 4 spot, where they'll be going to the 5A3 champion, and that very well looks like it's Bishop Kelly right now. Looking at 5A3, Bishop Kelly is at 1 at 11-1. Collinsville and Coweta are tied at 10-2 each, and they're playing each other. Collinsville defeated Coweta yesterday, 10-7 was the final. They, I believe, have another week of district play because they have an extra opponent in their standings. Again, McAlester only has 7 teams in the district. Bishop Kelly, Collinsville, Claremore, or not Claremore, Bishop Kelly, Collinsville, Coweta, they have 8, so I think they have one more week left. But McAlester will know where they're at in the 5A4 standings after today, because the district schedule will be over for everyone in 5A4. But if the Buffaloes want to win, they're going to have to be a little bit better than they were a day ago. Just swinging the bat. They had some chances to be able to score with runners in scoring position. A couple of ground into double plays hurt McAlester on the offensive end. As far as defensively, the Pryor Tigers were just very good. They were good at working counts against the McAlester Buffaloes. Get this, McAlester, they saw 4 plate appearances with 8+ pitches all season long. Pryor yesterday alone saw 4 plate appearances with 8+ pitches. They were working the pitch count of Max Harmon and then Jordan Clark, waiting for their pitch in the zone to drive, and they took advantage of it time and time again. They used a 5-run inning to propel themselves over the McAlester Buffaloes in a 7-2 game. The Buffaloes only had 6 hits, but the Pryor Tigers, they had 8. McAlester only had 1 extra free pass to the Pryor Tigers. McAlester only had 1 error. So in terms of the actual stats, not much was separating McAlester from Pryor. It came down to being able to take advantage when you have runners in scoring position, which sometimes have been an issue for McAlester. Again, the Buffaloes, when they went to the 5A shootout, they only batted 176 with runners in scoring position. At times this year, they've been really, really good, and at times this year, they haven't been so much. It's been riding a roller coaster in that RISP statistic. But if McAlester can make it all come together today, they have a chance to climb up to the 3 spot and to go to either Coweta or Collinsville, depending on who will finish at number 2 in the 5A3 standings. Again, if they lose today and Durant wins, they will finish 4th. If they lose and Durant loses, they'll finish 5th. We're going to keep an eye on those scores. Last update that I have, Booker T was defeating Durant 2-1. So that helps out McAlster's chances if they want to take up the 3 spot, but it hurts our chances if they could possibly fall down to 5 if Pryor wins today. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups here in just a moment. We're about 9 minutes away from first pitch. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FD.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3120.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability, we're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Welcome back to Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green. We already previewed this game and what it entails in terms of its importance. So now let's look at the starting lineups. Beginning with the McAlester Buffaloes, they're wearing their road black-on-black jerseys with the gold numerals on the front and back. Gold interlocking MB on the pocket side with the black caps, gold bills. Leading it off will be the catcher, number 2, Jackson McKinney. Batting second, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. Batting third, the shortstop, number 21, Denver Durant. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 14, Cole Labus. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 12, Parker Dusenberry. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 4, Gavin Brumley. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 6, Blake Judkins. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 7, Brody Parker. McAlester Buffaloes are 15-13 on the year, 6-5 in district play, currently ranked 4th in 5A4, led by head coach Dustin Mullins. Now for the Pryor Tigers, 1-9 looks like this as they're wearing their home white uniforms with the blue accents and surrounded by gold as well. Number 1, batting first, right fielder number 8, Riley Hurst. Batting second, the pitcher, number 3, Gavin Roberts. Batting third, the catcher, number 9, Clinton Stoller. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 7, Brock Ward. For the third baseman, number 15, Brett Wigington. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 1, Sergio Banuelos. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 5, Carter Sloan. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 4, Jaron Bailey. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 26, Trace Crawford. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 2, Talon Foster. The Tigers are 20-10 on the year, 10-1 in district play, and are currently number 1 in the 5A4 standings, looking for a district championship if they can get a win today. They are led by 31st year head coach Gerald Osborne, who's top 50 all-time in wins in the state of Oklahoma. We are about to have our national anthem here. We'd like to thank our sponsors before we do so. Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, Fenton Nissan in McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank & A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. So some things down to the PA of the Pryor Creek, Oklahoma baseball field where we're about to have our national anthem.
Madeline Russell and Maggie Martin. Everyone would please stand and remove their hats. They'll now honor America with the national anthem.
Well, it's about time for baseball here in the Heartland as the McAlester Buffaloes will take their bats. Pryor Tigers take the field. So once again, let's look around the diamond for the Pryor Tigers. You have Sloan at first base, Crawford at second, Banuelos at short, Wigington at third, and the outfield Bailey in left, Foster in center, Hurst in right. And the battery for the Tigers is Stoller behind the plate once again, and Gavin Roberts on the mound for the white and blue and yellow here. Roberts pitched against McAlester last year in the Buffaloes' 5-2 win. He did pitch all 6 innings that the Tigers appeared in. He had 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them were earned, 6 walks, but he struck out 12 McAlester batters, so he's looking for a similar outpouring today on the mound to try to clinch a district championship for the Pryor Tigers. Again, if they win today, it doesn't matter what happens with Claremore, they will be district champions. But I will say this for McAlster's chances and where they're at currently in the standings. If they win today, but Durant wins too, it doesn't matter what happens. As long as Durant wins, McAlester will be locked in at number 4. If Durant loses today, McAlester does jump up to the number 3 spot if they get a win over the Tigers. But I believe there was a 2-run blast, as I'm just now checking it out. There was a 2-run home run by Holden Robinson of Durant, and they take a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning against Booker T. So that's a close game that we're keeping an eye on down by the Red River in Bryan County. We're about to have first pitch, and this is brought to you by the fine folks over at Big V Feed Center. You can see Big V Feed Center for all your spring feeding program needs, and I'll get you more information on them here in just a moment. So again, that's Big V Feed Center at McAlester, Hatco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota. See them for your spring feeding program needs. So Roberts is ready. McKinney is ready. Here's the windup in the first pitch of the ball game. It's going to be a line drive right back to the pitcher Roberts, who catches it like it ain't a thing for out number 1. First pitch time today, 5:59. 5:59 first pitch time today. It's baseball time in the Heartland. So nice catch by Roberts to be able to get this game started. Brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. Again, if you've never been to Pryor's Field and you're listening on the radio right now, it's an all-turf field, and it's a beautiful field. Here's the first pitch to Stinchcomb, outside corner called strike 1. Not a cloud in the sky, all-turf field. There is a Pryor Pittsburgh Pirate P logo in center field. Here's the 0-1 pitch that misses up and outside. Count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 down, nobody on. There is a subtle breeze coming in from left center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch that misses outside. Count goes to 2-1 in favor of Stinchcomb. Don't know the dimensions here at Pryor's Baseball Park, but they even have a video board out in right field. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2 from Stinchcomb. Count goes to 2-2. American flag over in right field, trying to have a little bit of a breeze. Again, 11 miles per hour out of the southeast at first pitch time. 2-2 pitch to Stinchcomb, and he whiffs that one on an outside fastball for strike 3. And Roberts struck out 12 McAlester batters a year ago, gets his first victim in Stinchcomb in the top of the first inning. So 2 up, 2 down for the Pryor Tiger defense, brings up Denver Durant. So wind's not helping out anybody today, but again, I'm a little bit higher. I'm on a patio here on the opposite side of the press box. So I'm out in the elements today. So I'm feeling the wind a little bit more than everyone else is that's down low. Here's the first pitch to Durant, and he chops this one first base side. Easy hop to the first baseman Sloan. He'll tag the bag in time for out number 3, and the Buffaloes go down in order to start off this game. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between the Tigers and the Buffaloes. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from.
This Pathfinder looks just right.
Wait a second, Maddie. Isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
The visiting team, McAlester Buffaloes, went down in order in the top of the first inning. Now we head to the home half of the first, where the Pryor Tigers will take the bat. Buffaloes have taken the field. Here's how the diamond looks for the black and gold. Labus is at first, Stinchcomb at second, Durant at short, Dusenberry at third, in the outfield Judkins in left, Hodgel in center, Brumley in right. And the battery for the Buffaloes today is Jackson McKinney behind the plate and Brody Parker on the mound. Parker posts a 3-2 record, 29 1/3 innings pitched, 2.15 ERA, 37 strikeouts to 12 walks. He has hit 7 batters, but a 209 batting average against him in the first pitch strike 58% of the time. There's the throwdown for McKinney as the Tigers will take the plate. Getting updates as much as we can here today. We also want to thank those for tuning in. Brian Hodgel tuning in from Arizona today, so thank you for checking on in. Let us know where you're listening or watching from here today on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that's Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, or you can let us know at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Riley Hurst will be traveling over to Wilburton, Oklahoma next year. He's an EOSC commit. He takes the right-handed batter's box with a slightly open stance, and here's the first pitch from Brody Parker of the day, and it's right down the middle, strike one, maybe even knee-high. Move the count to 0-1 in his favor. Hurst a day ago walked. He lined out to right field, and he grounded out to the third baseman Parker Dusenberry twice. He's also a speedster, as we mentioned, from a year ago, 27 stolen bases. The 0-1 is fouled straight back, and the count now goes quickly to 0-2. There's a deep backstop here in Pryor, so if you get to third base, ball gets past you, it's an easy run scored. Parker ahead in the count, 0-2. Man, the pitch. Curveball, diced him up on 3 pitches, got him looking. Great start to the day for Brody Parker. Sit him down, throw it around, 1 down here in the top of the bottom of the first inning with the strikeout of Hurst. Brings up the pitcher, Gavin Roberts. Roberts went 0 for 3 a day ago with a fly out to center, a line out to left, had an RBI sac fly, and then lined out to left again. So he made good contact, just was able to find someone with the ball, someone in the outfield usually every time he struck it. First pitch to him, shows bunt, pulls back, just missed the bottom part of the zone for ball 1. Now, for really anyone who's in the field, the sun's going to be a little bit of an issue, but not an issue for me today. I'll get to that point in just a moment. Here's the 1-0 from Parker. As that off-speed pitch misses low and inside, count goes to 2-0. The only reason I can video stream here today is one, excellent Wi-Fi, and thank you to everyone at the Pryor Athletic Department for showing excellent hospitality here. That's why I'm by myself over here on the patio. So here's the 2-0 from Parker. Fastball inside corner, bell tie, called strike one. But also because of this big tree that we have in someone's backyard, again, right next to a residential area is where the Pryor baseball field is located. Here's a 2-1 from Parker. And that one back to the zone, strike two. Count goes to even at 2-2. But this big tree is shading my equipment, and especially the video stream, which is ran by an iPad when I'm on the road, and it is covering it up so it doesn't get overheated. So that's why I'm able to video stream today. So thank you to that random person's backyard tree. 2-2 pitch, ground ball, third base side, staying foul. Splits the third baseman Dusenberry and the third base coach, Gerald Osborne. And shout out to the people that are running the PA today. They have the Wii sound effect from Wii Baseball, the foul ball. If you ever played it, you know what I'm talking about. Parker looking for the K with the count 2-2. He winds and deals the pitch. Chopper, right side on a backhand grab. No, but bobbling it is Cole Lavis. Looked like an easy play, and he just bobbled it. And it'll be an E3. It's like he took his eye off the ball before he was making his way to the first base bag. It's like if you've ever seen a wide receiver catch a football or try to catch a football, they're looking to turn up before they actually make the catch. That's exactly what happened with Cole Lavis there, and it'll be an E3. McAlester had 2 errors a day ago. One in the first, one in the seventh. They did not lead to their loss. And like we said, the 5 runs that the Pryor Tigers put up, a lot of extra base hits in that game, fueled by that 5-run fourth. That was what really was the difference. First pitch to the new batter, Clinton Stoller, in there for strike one. Stoller a day ago, when 1-for-4, he had one of those extra base hits as a double. In fact, half of the base hits by the Tigers yesterday at Mike Deek Field were extra base hits. We had 2 triples and 2 doubles, making up for 4 out of their 8. 0-1. Misses low and outside, and in the turf, McKinney's able to body that up and keep it from going to the backstop. Count is now even at 1-1. So 1 runner at first base with a count 1-1 and 1 down. A lot of ones here. It's an all-righty lineup for the Tigers. Outfield playing a little bit in over on the right side. Next pitch runner takes off, whiffing at it as there will be strike 2, no throw from McKinney. That was a hit and run all the way. Right. What Stoller was trying to do there was protect his runner. That's why he swung at one that was a little bit further outside the zone, and the count now goes to 1-2. But as I mentioned, until the sun goes down, the entirety of whoever's on defense is going to have to face that sun. And currently, it's the left side of the field, shortstop, third base, left field. 1-2 from Parker. Line drive, center field, hardly having to move is Hodgel. Runner looking to tag, he will. There's the catch from Hodgel. He'll fire over to third base, and it's on target, but not in time. And I think he might have left early, too. That's what Coach Meadows over here at the first base dugout is trying to say, did he leave early? And I think he might have left early. They will appeal to the second base bag. And they say that he did not. Yeah, it was pretty close, but I thought from first glance that he might have left early too. And for those on the video stream, I know that we have a wide angle of the field here, so it's a little bit tougher to be able to find where the ball was caught and when he took off. But it was worth a try, and I was having the same mindset there as Coach Meadows. That'll be a fly out to center field by Clinton Stoller, and advancing to third on the tag up is Brock Ward, or excuse me, not Brock Ward, Gavin Roberts. Brock Ward is the batter coming up to the plate. Brock Ward a day ago went 0-for-3, reached on an E8 that led to a run scored in the first. Struck out looking, flew out to right, and was hit by a pitch. Buffaloes hoping that error that was suffered a couple of batters ago doesn't come back to hurt him. Out at the stretch, Parker deals. First pitch, letter high, missing, ball one. We're simulcasting this game today. Every single McAlester baseball game on the radio, KNED. I'll give you the details here in a moment if you ever want to write this down. 1-0 pitch. Curveball, that one's in the zone, strike one. Locally, you can be heard at 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAlsterRadio.com on the KNED tab or on the KNED app. And that goes for every McAlester boys and girls basketball game and McAlester football. Most games are video streamed as well. 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses way high, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Runner at third for the Tigers in the bottom of the first with, again, no score. Parker electing to work out the stretch. Some guys like to go to the windup. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Line drive, right center field. This will land. Tigers take the lead. This is what made them win the game the other day. There wasn't a lot of mistakes by McAlester in terms of allowing walks and errors, but when they did, Pryor took advantage of it every single time, and they do it again here. That's another unearned run they'll be giving up against Brody Parker. Really, his 2 losses that he's suffered on the season have come from a lot of unearned runs. So it's an RBI single from Brock Ward, brings up Sergio Banuelos. I think if I am doing my math right and again remembering correctly, Parker had 9 runs against him last Tuesday against Claremore, and 1 of them was earned. First pitch misses up and inside for ball 1. Now in that game, he didn't have the control that I'm sure he wanted to, but still delivered the pitches that probably should have got him out of some innings. And so far, he's looking like he's living right around the zone. He's throwing to strikes. He's looking like he's in command of the zone better than he's been the last couple of weeks. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. I mean, I've seen Parker in a zone. A lot of people have, especially like we mentioned that all-time game over in Stigler, or not Stigler, Spiro. And here early, at least when it comes to commanding the zone, he looks like he's in the zone. Runner at first with 2 down. Count even at 1-1 against the righty Banuelos. Pickoff over to first, and back in safely with the slide is Brock Ward. Count even at 1-1. Parker gets the signs from McKinney and comes set once more. And fires. Swinging to miss with the fastball and strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the freshman Brody Parker. Looking to keep the damage at just 1 run. Pretty quiet Pryor baseball field too, even though it's a pretty packed house. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, pitches a ball. Throw down to second is not in time, and almost sliding past the bag was Ward. He's in there with the stolen base, and the count goes to 2-2. It was a great jump. Right before Parker lifted the leg, someone was trying to say step off, and he was already in that rhythm. Count now at 2-2 with the runner in scoring position. And the pitch to Banuelos. Curveball, pop fly, right center field, having to roam over a little bit as Hodgel. Underneath it makes the catch for out number 3. But an error comes back to hurt the McAlester Buffaloes. The Pryor Tigers take advantage of it with a base knock by Brock Ward. Gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead and inches them a little bit closer to a chance at a district title. It'll be the middle of the order for the Buffaloes, Gunnar Hodgel, Cole Labus, and Parker Dusenberry when we return on KNED.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After 1 full inning of play, the McAlester Buffaloes are down to the Pryor Tigers 1-0, behind 1 hit by the Tigers, 1 error by the Buffaloes. Each pitcher has struck out 1 batter apiece. Gunnar Hodgel will lead things off for the McAlester Buffaloes from a year ago against the Tigers, as I'll wait to go get that out of my sheet here. Well, let's wait 1 second as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Looks like last year, Hodgel went over 2 with an RBI. Yesterday, he went 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts to 3 different guys. And here's another ball on the ground towards the shortstop. Picking it up is Banuelos, fires to first base. It's close, but getting it just in time is the shortstop Banuelos to the first baseman Sloan for out number 1. Brings to the plate Cole Labus. By the way, I think I'm going to mention this after every inning, just keeping an eye on what's happening down in Durant, because, again, that game matters greatly in where McAlester finishes in the 5A4 standings. Durant still leading 3-2 over Booker T, but nobody out. Runner at first for the Durant Lions trying to extend their lead. First pitch to Labus, tries to line it down the right field line. This one will slice like my golf swing foul, and the count is at 0-1. Labus, nice day yesterday, went 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. He supplied a third of the Buffaloes' hits, as here's a chopper down the third base line, staying foul. So he's hit it both ways, and the count is now at 0-2. Labus on the season with an unofficial stat line of .418, .512 on base percentage, 20 RBI. Second on the team in stolen bases with 12, so he can fly too if he can get one on the ground. 0-2 pitch to him. Fastball misses way outside, ball 1. 1-0 here in Pryor Creek, America. Top of the second inning, nobody on, 1 down. 1-2 pitch. This is a changeup that misses low and outside, nice eye. If there's any pitch that really bothered me when I was playing, was that changeup, especially when someone's got a good one, and Roberts has showed it off so far today. Count at 2-2, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, went back with a fastball. That changeup was a setup pitch there for Cole Labus. Changed that rhythm there for him up at the plate and led to him being late on the fastball, and that'll be out number 2. And some pitches you throw just to be able to set up the next one, and that's what happened there with Labus. Brings up to the plate the 6-hole batter, Parker Dusenberry. First pitch to Dusenberry. Fastball missing outside, ball 1. So it's now 2 strikeouts for Roberts. Like we said, struck out 12 a year ago against the Buffs. 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back, and the count goes to 1-1. Roberts winds and deals the 1-1 pitch. This one's fouled straight back again. Count goes to 1-2. Looks like outfield maybe slightly shifted to the left over in center field with Foster. And the 1-2 pitch. Off speed misses high. And if I'm Dusenberry, I'm sitting fastball on this next pitch because that is what Roberts has used. He's used off speed to go right back to the heater. Quickly goes to the windup, the 2-2. Goes back to the off speed. Line drive, right center field. Could land. Ranging over and making the catch is the right fielder Hurst. Looks like they might drop in, but Hurst is able to get underneath it in time to make the out for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Pryor over the Buffaloes 1-0. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester.
Heading to the bottom of the second inning, the Pryor Tigers lead over the McAlester Buffaloes by a score of 1-0. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hole batters up for the Tigers. Carter Sloan had the Buffaloes number a day ago, went 2 for 3 with a triple. Jaron Bailey, Trace Crawford. It's the same lineup, just different positions today for the Tigers. By the way, we also have an update with the Claremore-Tahlequah score. That's important for our Pryor fans that are tuning in. Here's the first pitch that hits the batter, Carter Sloan, on the very first pitch. That's a team-leading 8 hit-by pitches there from Parker. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys, but sometimes it lets the pitches get away from him for HBPs, and that brings up Jaron Bailey. So Claremore is leading Tahlequah 3-0 in the fourth, and for any Pryor fans out there that are keeping up with this broadcast as well, if Claremore does win this game, Pryor has to win this one to take the 5A4 district title. Claremore does have the head-to-head over Pryor due to the run differential, and you might think, well, Pryor won by 4 in extra innings, but in extra innings you only get 1 marginal point. First pitch bunt straight back over to Parker. Parker will go to second with it for the out, over to first base, not in time. But the sac bunt is unsuccessful from Jaron Bailey, and the Buffaloes get the force out at second base. That is a 1-6 bunt to bring up Trace Crawford, runner at first with 1 down. Bottom of the second inning. Crawford a day ago went 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI single. Really, it was more so the bottom of the order that did it for the Tigers a day ago. Between their 6, 7, 8, 9 hole batters, they recorded 5 hits, almost the same amount as the entirety of McAllister's team yesterday. Talon Foster was an excellent 9-hole batter. Runner takes off early. Another great jump. The pitch is a called strike. No chance for McKinney. Great timing here with the runners for the Tigers. That time it was Jaron Bailey swiping second base, and the count goes to 0-1 on the called strike to the righty Crawford. So another runner in scoring position for the Tigers. And the pitch from Parker. Curveball just missed the upper part of the zone. Counts with 1s across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Lights are already on here at the Pryor baseball field. Like I said, beautiful facility. I'll go more in detail on it in a moment. 1-1 pitch. Chases a high fastball. Count goes to 1-2. But as soon as you kind of walk through the gates, you see the stones. Not really the stones, but just pillars that are showing the great achievements of Pryor baseball in the past. Showing Coach Osborne as being, I believe, an All-State Coach of the Year. I believe that was in 2007. Barker, the 1-2. Slaps at it. Second base side. Charging as Stinchcomb makes the grab, flips to first in time for out number 2. Runner advances to third in the process. That's Bailey to third base. And brings to the plate the 9-hole batter, center fielder number 2, Talon Foster, who went 2 for 2 a day ago with a walk, a 2 RBI triple, and a single. He's looking to bring in another run at third base. Just state-of-the-art facilities. They've got the softball field right next to it. Again, it's right behind the high school where they have an excellent arena, and they're currently constructing their new football field, which is just 6A doesn't even begin to describe it, of how great that looks like that's shaping up to be. First pitch, right at the bottom of the zone. Perfect placement for Brody Parker. Count goes to 0-1 on Foster. I mean, if you've ever been to the Jinx and the Yukons, their press box is starting to shape up to look like that. It is fascinating. Count at 0-1. Parker lifts and deals. Fastball misses up and inside. Count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. McAlester hasn't had Pryor in their district in a little while. Can't quite remember the last time that the Tigers had the Buffaloes in the district. The 1-1. Off speed, inside corner, attacking that inner half for strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I know that we had them in our district back when I was in school about 10, 11 years ago, but ever since I started broadcasting, I don't recall the Tigers being in McAllister's district. Count is at 1-2. Deep breath from Parker. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back, and staying alive will be Foster. This is what Pryor was really good at a day ago, getting into some 2-strike counts, fouling off pitches, fouling them off, fouling them off. Foster was one of them. He had a 11-pitch at bat that led to a base knock. I think McKinney might have gotten something in his eye there. He wasn't dust, again, all turf today, but maybe like a piece of, rubber from the turf might have gotten his eye. Calls to get the pitch again, and here comes the 1-2 again from Brody Parker. Outside corner with the fastball, couldn't get the corner. Just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third for the Tigers. Looking to bring him in here is Talon Foster. And the pitch to the righty. 2-2 off speed. Got the bottom of the zone for strike 3. Nice time to go with the bender for the freshman Parker. And that's another strikeout for him. His second one on the day. Started off his day with a backwards K and ends the second with one as well. We played 2 full. The Tigers lead the McAlester Buffaloes 1-0, leaving that runner stranded at third. We get to the top of the third with the bottom of the order up. McAlester looking for their first base runner. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 7.
We begin the top of the third inning with a ball that was high to Gavin Brumley. He watches the next pitch catch the outside corner to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brumley from a day ago as the Buffaloes trail 1-0 to the Pryor Tigers, top of the third inning. This is the 1-1 pitch, is working quickly here and catching the outside corner as Roberts. Count goes to 1-2. Brumley a day ago went 1 for 2 with a walk, ground out to second and a single. Going to the outside corner here to Brumley with 3 straight pitches. As they started the windup and then stopping quickly was Roberts. And that's a balk, so it moves the count to 2-2. He stopped his rotation just in the middle of it, and the count goes to 2-2 on the balk. The windup and the pitch. Doesn't matter. Curveball right down the middle, froze Gavin Brumley, strike 3. Third one of the day for Gavin Roberts. Brings up the left fielder, number 6, Blake Judkins, as it's been 7 up, 7 down for the black and gold. Trailing 1-0 to the Tigers. Judkins lined one to center field for a base knock in a 1-for-3 day. Also grounded into a 4-6-3 double play that almost scored a run, but again, the umpire said he was just out. So he chases a low curveball for strike 1. Nice first pitch from Gavin Roberts once more. He's looking in the zone early. Count 0-1. And the pitch. Off speed. Back to painting the black outside corner, strike 2. Roberts in total control right now. McAllister's got to try to get him off of a rhythm and get him into the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Fastball missing outside. Count now 1-2. By the way, we do have an update from Durant. The Lions lead the Booker T. Washington Hornets 3-2. And they're heading to the top of the 7th. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Gavin Roberts. This time swinging, and it'll bring up the pitcher, number 7, Brody Parker. Wind is picked up. It's not supposed to. Again, the wind is actually supposed to die down as we make our way throughout the night tonight. But it's around 11 miles per hour, not too strong. As here's a pop-up to shallow right field. Coming in just a bit is Hurst underneath it, makes the catch for out number 3, and it's 9 up, now 9 down for the Buffaloes through their first 3 innings at the plate. We head to the bottom of the third as Parker will get ready to take the mound, and Tigers will take the plate with the top of the order coming up. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from. This Pathfinder looks just right. Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car? Absolutely. What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
And to the home half of the third inning, the Tigers lead the Buffaloes 1-0. Top of the order up as the first pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop, Denver Durant, who fields it and throws to first in time for out number 1. After that, rode the slope of the mound for a little bit to slide right to him. So 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the bottom of the third for Brody Parker. That's what we call efficiency, and that brings up the pitcher number 3, Gavin Roberts, who reached on an error. He came all the way around to score, which is the reason why we have a 1-0 game right now. Clinton Stoller is on deck. One down, nobody on. Roberts looking for his first hit of the series. First pitch to him bounces in for ball 1. The Durant Lions are 1 out away, 2 strikes away now it looks like from securing the 3 spot in the 5A4 standings. 1-0 pitch, shows bunt, pulls back as the pitch misses high and inside for ball 2. So if Durant does hold on against Booker T, as Deviney, this might be his final batter. He's up to 107 pitches. He's facing Rimke, and if I recall correctly, Rimke's out of the 9 hole. 2-0 pitch from Parker. Ground ball left side, well foul, and the count now goes to 2-1. And I believe that is ball game. That is ball game. So the Durant Lions defeat the Booker T. Washington Hornets 3-2. And for the Buffaloes, that kind of takes the I guess the urgency of this game kind of out of the way as the 2-1 pitch, curveball in there for strike 2. Count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So it is settled. McAlester looks like they will finish at the 4 spot in the 5A4 standings. Looks like Durant has locked in their spot at number 3. 2-2 pitch. Almost chased low outside corner. They appeal over to the first base umpire. He says that Roberts did not go around. So that means Durant finishes with a district record of 7-5. And Booker T finishes with a district record of 5-7. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Misses the outside corner. It's the first walk issued from Brody Parker. He walks Gavin Roberts, and that brings up Clinton Stoller, who flew out to center field. This is why McAllister's locked into 4 no matter what happens today. So even if they win, and they are tied in the district standings with Durant, so they win, they go to 7-5 today. Durant has the head-to-head over McAlester since they swept them earlier this year. Even if they lose today, that'll put them to 6 losses. Well, Booker T's got 7, and also McAlester has the head-to-head over Booker T even if they were tied. So McAlester is locked in at the 4 spot. They will finish 4th in the 5A4 standings. That is settled. Durant wins 3-2 over Booker T. That according to the Durant varsity game changer. But this game still greatly matters to the Pryor Tigers in terms of, again, where you're going to finish off in the district standings. Pryor's got to win this one, it looks like, to be able to clinch the 5A4 championship. First pitch curveball in there for strike one to Stoller. And don't say this game doesn't matter to the Buffaloes. They're looking to end the district season playing spoiler here to the Pryor Tigers, and also to try to get back in the win column. They have 2 wins in their last 7 games played after they went on a 12-14 stretch of wins. Runner at first with 1 down, count is 0-1 to Stoller. And a pickoff over to first base, back in safely, is Roberts. This is always the time of the year where I'm just scouring Game Changer to see what all the different scenarios look like. Currently, Claremore leads Tahlequah 4-0 after 5 innings of play. They hold on, then Pryor needs to win this one to get the championship. 0-1 pitch, runner takes off. Pitch is low, the throw down to second is a dart, and he got him! Jackson McKinney hits the bullseye. Out number 2. What a shot from Jackson McKinney. Scoreboard showing 1 ball, 1 strike. For McKinney, that is, I believe, caught stealing 15 of the year. Unofficial stats showing that. He has gunned down 15 runners. He's picked off 3. And back to the windup with 2 down goes Brody Parker. 1-1 pitch. Chopper left side staying foul. Count now moves to 1-2. There's only been 1 hit in this game so far. It's from Brock Ward, who's on deck. Both pitchers have been sharp here early. No free passes given up from Gavin Roberts so far. There's been 2 from Parker, a walk and a hit by pitch, and there's been 1 error that's led to the 1-run difference that we have in this one. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, left field. This one will land. It will 2-hop into Judkins. And it'll be a 2-out single for Clinton Stoller to bring up Brock Ward. Now the second hit of the game by either team. Ward had that RBI single that's been the difference in the game. He lined it over to right center field. So what that means for McAlester is that they could very well be going over to Bishop Kelly. Bishop Kelly currently is the favorite to win the 5A3 district, because whoever finishes 4th in the 5A4 standings travels to District 5A3's top seed, and that is currently Bishop Kelly. They beat Midwest City yesterday 16-0. Goodness gracious. First pitch, missing high for ball 1. Now there's an outside chance, because I think, like I said, I think there's 1 more week of district play in 5A3. There's an outside chance. It's not too far off that Collinsville or Coweta could sneak up on Bishop Kelly and take the 1 spot. 1-0 pitch. Misses the outside corner, ball 2. Collinsville defeated Coweta yesterday 10-7. Collinsville and Coweta, as of right now, are both only a game back of Bishop Kelly. So Bishop Kelly could get swept the rest of the way. One of those teams could jump on up. Count at 2-0. Parker looking to get back in the zone. The pitch. Does it with his next one. Fastball low inside, giving the nod of approval, saying, yep, that's a strike, was Brock Ward. And the count is now at 2-1. No lead at first. The pitch. Outside corner called strike 2. That might have been a favorable strike call there for Parker. And the count now moves to an even 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner at first. Tigers lead 1-0 over the Buffaloes, bottom of the 3rd inning. Parker looking for strikeout number 3 of the day. He's had 2 backwards Ks. The pitch, curveball, did not get on top of it. He knows it. Slams his fist into his glove. As it misses up and inside, and it moves the count now to a full 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Sergio Benuelos, who flew out to the center fielder Hodgel. Runner will take off with the pitch. There he goes. The pitch will be popped up and out of play. Count back to a 3-2. There's a big open field that you can't see on the video stream, or you can't obviously see if you're listening on radio, but there's a big open field that would have been perfect for backyard football. I'm just picturing Thanksgiving football with the family, where you drove your 9-year-old cousin into the ground with a stiff arm. Yeah, good times, right? 3 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of baseballs go over there. Pick off over to first base just to see if the runner takes off early. Not a bad idea there for Parker. It's also a big old fence. Like just a big sprawling fence that covers the residential area from the foul balls from Pryor baseball field. 3-2 again. This one's popped off over, and it hits off the lights. That was about an inch away from being able to bust one of those bad boys. That was a fly ball that went right behind the McAlester first base dugout, and it hit off the lights and stayed in the park. Count is at 3-2. Boy, do I have a story for you about a situation like that. I'll probably get to tell it in the top of the 4th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, chopper left side again. Pryor Tigers are so good at this. Just about what I've been able to see in 2 days. It's Ward fouling off another pitch with the count at 3-2. As I mentioned yesterday, they had 4 different at-bats with 8+ pitches. McAlester has had only 4 of those situations all season long. They did it in 1 game. We'll do it again at 3-2. Ward with the big battle with Parker. Runner will take off again. The pitch. Line drive, right side, hopping and getting over the glove of Spencer Stinchcomb for a well-placed line drive single as Brock Ward with another fantastic at-bat. Brings up Sergio Benuelos with runners at first and second and 2 down. In the bottom of the 3rd, Pryor looking to add to their 1-0 advantage. But since I have the time a little bit here, as Benuelos flew out to center field, let's mark that down here. Flew out to center in his first time up. I was playing a senior scrimmage, and for the life of me, can't recall where it was at. But I remember it was at a smaller school, had the actual bulbs, like clear-on bulbs that were inside of the, they were in the lights. And if I'm not mistaken, as the first pitch curveball fills the zone for strike 1, if I'm not mistaken, there was a fly ball by Brett Homer, I want to say, and it hit the lights. And I was not on deck, but I was like in the hole, and the bulbs shattered like it was the natural coming down the field. You never forget something like that. No one was hurt, by the way. 0-1 pitch, curveball. This one not getting on top of it was Parker. Count moves up and inside, or pitch moves up and inside to move the count to 1-1. Force out of every back for the Buffalo defense. Two down for Sergio Benuelos, who a day ago went 2 for 4 with an RBI, 2 doubles in that game. 1-1 pitch from Parker. Back to the changeup, inside corner, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Again, that is a reason why Parker leads the team in hit by pitches. He's not afraid to go to the inner half of the plate, really ride it in on the hands of the batters. It makes batters uncomfortable, but you do risk the chance of hitting the batters. Counts at 1-2. Parker looking to strike him out and end the threat. The pitch. Fastball misses up and inside, and the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Sun still beating down in the eyes of the left side of the diamond for the Buffalo defense. 2-2 pitch. Pops it up. Will it stay in play? Chasing it after it, a couple of McAlester players. This one will get behind the Pryor dugout. And another battle brewing here between Parker and the Tiger offense. They have not been a team to be able to get 15 hits on you, but they wear down the pitching staff. And McAlester threw nearly 150 pitches between 2 pitchers in 7 innings yesterday. I'll have to see how many pitches that at-bat was against Brock Ward, who ended it with a single. He's 2 for 2. This one's Sergio Benuelos. 2-2 again. And he's moved the count to full with a pitch that was up and outside. They just have a great sense for the zone. I can't brag on them enough. This will be pitch number 7. That was a 9-pitch at-bat that, what was it, Brock Ward had against Parker. That was a 9-pitch at-bat. That's another one. McKinney's speaking with Parker as we speak. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Offered Propane, Fenton Nissan at McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank & A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. So McKinney finishes up his chat with Parker, knowing that a big 3-2 pitch is on the way. Runners will take off with the pitch, and I'm wondering if McKinney is wanting to do something with the runners here. Maybe he wants to spin over to second base, or we'll see what happens. Again, that was a long conversation before the 3-2 pitch. Parker comes to a pause. He does spin. He won't not throw to second base. Again, runners take off with the pitch because it is a 3-2 count. They're taking their bases or the inning's over. 3-2 pitch. Inside corner missed, and a big bat flip from Sergio Benuelos to his on-deck man, Carter Sloan, as it loads the bases. Buffaloes thought they might have had the inside fastball. They say it misses, and that will load the bases for Carter Sloan, who went 2 for 3 a day ago with a triple, a single, a strikeout, and a walk. So Tigers with a early chance here to break it open. Bottom of the third inning, bases loaded, 2 down. They've rallied off 4 consecutive base runners here too, but due to a Jackson McKinney throwout, caught stealing, there hasn't been a run scored yet. First pitch off speed, down in the zone, strike 1 to the righty Sloan. Parker decides to go back out of the windup here with the bases loaded. 0-1 pitch. Fastball, high hit, fly ball, deep left field. Still going. Judkins going out after it. It goes to the warning track, and it one hops off the wall. This will clear the bases with a bases clearing double for Carter Sloan. They've waited for the big hit, and there it is from the Tigers. If it traveled 15 more feet, it would have left the yard. And they are that much closer to taking the 5A4 district championship. That makes it a 4-0 game. Pryor on top in the bottom of the third inning. They have 4 runs on 4 hits. 1 McAlester error. It has now been 5 consecutive base runners for the Tigers. We started off this inning with a ground out to short, a walk, then led to a caught stealing. First pitch to the new batter. In there for a strike to Jaron Bailey for strike 1. After the caught stealing, then it went single, single, walk, 3 RBI double. The Tigers lead by 4. Parker deals. Curveball right down Broadway, strike 2. And that's his best one of the day, too. Snapped it off, and the count goes to 0-2. When he's got command of that curveball, again, you can see what he can be. He's only a freshman, too. He's got a really bright future on the mound ahead of him. Count of 0-2, Parker trying to get out of it with just 3 runs here in the third. The pitch off of the handles towards the third baseman, Duesenberry. Fields fires across the diamond in time for out number 3, but the damage is done. A bases clearing 3 RBI double by Carter Sloan has given the Pryor Tigers a 4-0 lead as McAlester is still looking for their first base runner. Jackson McKinney will try to be that guy. Spencer Stinchcomb and Denver Durant also coming up in the top half of the 4th here on your home from McAlester Baseball, KNED.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester.
Pryor extended their lead, matching the inning number with a 3 spot in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the 4th. As Gavin Roberts, currently working a perfect game through the first time through the lineup, brings up Jackson McKinney, who lined out to the pitcher. Roberts, and if it wasn't for his cat-like reflexes, might have been a first pitch hit on the game. Here's the first pitch from Roberts to McKinney, and he lines this one left side, and there goes the no-hitter. First pitch swinging as McKinney splits the left side of the infield, and Wigington and Banuelos, and there's McAllister's first base runner. McKinney has been solid, very solid, since he's had that 22-game hit streak come to an end. That was over in Claremore a week ago. So now in his last 5 games, he's gone back up to a 5-game hit streak. If I'm doing my math right, he's 7 for 13. Over 500 in his last 5 games, 7 for 13. Here's a ground ball to the right side, but a chance for a double play. Second to short to first. No throw to first base. So it's a fielder's choice off the bat of Spencer Stinchcomb. 4-6 fielder's choice. One second baseman grounds out to another to bring up Denver Durant. So Durant, so far today, he was first pitch swinging. He chopped one over to the first baseman, Sloan, who easily tagged the bag. Just from first glance, again, I don't have dimensions here at Pryor's baseball field, but it looks like it's a lefty-friendly ballpark down the line as he pops his one up and out of play. This will go over the lights and over towards one of the athletic buildings for strike one. Back in the old days, at least I say old days, now I'm old, 11 years ago when I was playing baseball. The old baseball field was cat-a-corner with the old football field, which is currently in use, that football field. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Durant was trying to take that one to the sun, as that one was missed up high for strike 2. They still use that old baseball field, but I was being told by Coach Osborne of Pryor when I was getting set up today, they use that, I think, more for, I think it's junior high, maybe JV. Count goes to 0-2. Durant with one down and a runner at first base. Buffaloes trail 4-0. The 0-2 pitch to him. Grounds this one in front of Coach Meadows at first base. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Durant on the season, unofficial stat line of a .370 batting average, .467 on base percentage, 19 RBI, 1 home run. Decent lead at first by Stinchcomb, inching closer to the second base bag. 0-2 again to Durant, and it hits him. Runs in and hits him on the elbow, and he's in a lot of pain again. That's on his right elbow too, so since he's a left-handed batter, that right elbow, that's his throwing arm. Left-handed batter, right-handed thrower. That hit him on the elbow, and he'll take his base, but he has taken a beating. He was hit on the foot or ankle or right around that area yesterday, and he's hit by another pitch. Coach Meadows will check on to make sure he's okay. For Durant, that is hit by pitch number 7. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that is, that's tied for the team lead now. Brings up Gunnar Hodgel. He grounded out to the shortstop, Banuelos, back in his first at bat on the first pitch. And he, a lot like McKinney, likes to take advantage if you get first pitch and meatballs up there. Hodgel is batting, I believe, .378, and that's an unofficial stat, .532 on base percentage. Leads the team, and not only does it lead the team, it leads the team by far. 15 RBI, also leads the team in batting average with runners in scoring at .429. So McAllister's best chance to score here. Runners at first and second with one down, top of the fourth. First pitch to Hodgel. Missing low, ball 1. Hodgel has 7 extra base hits on the season. Sloan is playing behind Durant at first base. It's not really in double play depth. The 1-0 pitch will be popped up and back over to this backyard where that tree that I mentioned is helping us out, and it hit actually off the top of the neighbor's roof. That's what you can imagine living right next to a baseball field. That foul ball hit off of the neighbor's roof. 1-1. There's the pitch to Hodgel. Chops this one left side, chance for double play. Second, It gets past the second baseman, Crawford. One run's going to score for the Buffaloes as that one goes sailing into right field. Benuelos ranged over to the gap on the left side of the infield. Quick snagged it, tried firing it over to Crawford, and it went wide right of Crawford. And that will score Spencer Stinchcomb, and McAlester is on the board. Now runners at the corners with one down. Again, put the ball in play. Good things happen. That goes down as an E6. And now it brings up Cole Labus. He represents the tying run in the top of the fourth inning. Labus batting .418, .512 on base percentage, 20 RBI, second on the team. .393 batting average with runners in scoring. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. First pitch, missing high with a fastball, ball one. I don't think the Tigers would have had that double play even if it was thrown right. I think Hodgel probably beat out the ball, not Hodgel rather, but Durant. I think he even got to second base first. So even if it was caught, he might have been safe at second base. Pickoff over to first and back in safely. Diving on the bag is Hodgel. Labus is another guy that's been on a tear. Like we said, he is 6 for his last 11. So he's also batting over 500 in the last 5 games. 1-0 pitch. Pops this one up. Down the line, but well foul. And count goes to even at 1-1. Tahlequah mounting a rally right now. They're down by 4, 5-1. That game matters to Pryor. Bases are loaded right now for the Tigers with one down in the 6th. Pickoff back over to first to Hodgel, and he's back in safely. Again, if Tahlequah comes back and wins this game against the Zebras, Pryor's automatically the District 5A4 champions. Doesn't matter what happens in this game. Buffaloes have had their 4 spot locked down. Durant won 3-2 over Booker T, which means that McAlester cannot climb up. They cannot drop it down. They are locked in at 4. Count at 1-1. One down, 2 runners on at the corners. Pickoff over to first, back in safely. Is Hodgel again. The pitch, that one missed high. Thought about a snap throw with Stoller. He was looking back over at first base. Count goes to 2-1. They've been keeping Hodgel at bay at first base. Hodgel's been known to steal bases this year, obviously. He's stolen 10, so he's into double digits. I know that they want to get him over to second base, and so does Coach Osborne. Coach Osborne, you don't coach for 31 years and win state titles like you did in 2019. As we have a time called, as the catcher is going to speak with one of the coaches for the Tigers. But you don't coach for as long as you do and have the success that you do and be able to beat a team like Carl Albert in a state championship game in 11-0 like you did in 19. You don't do that without knowing a thing or two. And he knows that Cole Labus has been a good hitter. He knows that the Buffaloes would love to get Hodgel at second base. That's why they keep on picking off over to first. Because if Hodgel gets to second and one hit by Labus, this is a whole new game. The pitch, Hodgel does not take off. Labus swings and misses for strike 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down. I do expect Hodgel to take off at some point, though. Pick off over to first base again, and back in safely is Hodgel. If he would have came forward with that pitch, Hodgel was already hopping. If he would have went forward with that, Hodgel was going to second. I was just about to say it looks like a good jump, but again, Roberts went over to first with the ball, and he does it again, and now Army crawling. As losing his footing was Hodgel. That's going to be the 5th or 6th time that they have elected to bring Hodgel back over at first. Count still 2-2. Labus patiently waiting. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Labus goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today to bring up Parker Dusenberry. Buffaloes are down 4-1. Top of the 4th inning with 2 down. Another thing that I think might be happening, again, you can have something kind of like pitch calm. I don't know if that's an issue here with the home or the catcher. Having a hard time. I think it might be a pitch calm thing because that's the second time now an assistant coach for Pryor came out to go give something to the home plate or to the catcher. So that might be something to do with it. It's the first pitch to Dusenberry. He swung on and missed for strike one. Again, the only difference in high school pitch calm and Major League Baseball pitch calm is you can't have a pitcher with the communication device. Only the catcher can, and he has to relay the signs to the pitcher. That's what you can do in high school. And almost picked off his Hodgel. They throw to first, and they got Hodgel. Hodgel's about to jump to second base. And he tried going back, but he was too late with it, and he's picked off at first base. Roberts kept on going out after him. Hodgel thought he had a pitch to go on, and this time he just strayed a little bit too far off, and that'll be out number 3. So the Buffaloes, they do score 1 run on an error by the Tigers. The Buffaloes trail 4-1 as we head to the home half of the fourth. We played a half a 7-inning game. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Welcome back to Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes do get on the board. They also get their first hit from Jackson McKinney. They score on an error, and McAlester leads 4-1. They did leave a runner stranded at third base on a strikeout and a pickoff to first base. But they are on the board, and they're a little bit closer to the Tigers. Coming up to the plate is Trace Crawford, as the first pitch to him is in there for strike one on the off-speed from Brody Parker, in for his 4th inning of work. Crawford is grounded out to the second baseman Stinchcomb, so from one second to another. Here's the 0-1 from Parker. He chases that one, popped up, out of play. It will fly. And the count now to 0-2. By the way, the Zebras got out of it with minimal damage. They lead 5-2 over Tahlequah in the top of the 7th inning. So they are 3 outs away from forcing Pryor to have to win this game if Pryor wants to win the 5A4 district title. Get McAlester locked in at 4 after today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounces into McKinney. Count moves to 1-2. So far, this game playing out a lot like the one yesterday did. There really wasn't too much separation between the two teams, but the difference in it has been simply the Tigers have been better at the plate, just simply what it comes down to. Not really many free passes given up by the Buffalo pitching staff. There's been one error that's led to 1 run, but the Tigers gave that run back with an error of their own. It's been the timely hitting by the Tigers, especially the second time through. This curveball is right down the middle to Trace Crawford. Best one of the day again from Brody Parker. He's getting better as the game goes on with that curveball. Sit him down, throw it around, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that brings up Talon Foster. It's got such a sharp bite. He's had 3 strikeouts today. They have all been looking, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they've all been the curveball. Talon Foster comes up. He struck out looking his first time up. First pitch to the 9-hole batter is on the outer black for strike 1. So let's look at the line for McAlester. They've had 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Tigers have had 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. 0-1 delivery. Off the top of the bat, slow roller to Labus. He fields cleanly. He'll race to the first base bag, and he just got there in time. Speeding down the first base bag was Foster. Even slid into it, but Labus is able to get there first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down, brings up the top of the order in Riley Hurst. Hurst has gone 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded out to the shortstop Durant. Hurst trying to break an offer on the series so far. He is 0 for 5. First pitch, off speed in there, strike 1. And a year ago, the Tiger leadoff man batted .354 with 23 RBI and 27 stolen bases. For 2 consecutive years, he was an all-district selection. This one swung on and fouled back. The count quickly goes to 0-2. He was also invited to the OK State games for 2 consecutive years, 2023 and 2024. Parker's got him ahead in the count 0-2. He is looking to strike out another batter, looking for his 4th, and to go 1-2-3 for the first time today. 0-2 pitch. Upper corner, looked like a strike. McAllister's fielders were coming off the field. They did not ring him up. And the first base umpire says he went around on the swing. 1, I thought he had him on the pitch itself. 2, I didn't know if he really went around. First base umpire says yes, he did. And that is a strikeout of Riley Hurst. And 1-2-3, go the Tigers in the 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th. Buffaloes down by 3. 4-1 is our score. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from. This Pathfinder looks just right. Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Top of the 5th inning, the McAlester Buffaloes trailing the Pryor Tigers 4-1 is our score. And it's coming up for the Buffaloes will be Parker Dusenberry. He went to the plate in the 4th inning, but that inning ended up ending a little bit earlier than he would like to. There's a pickoff over first base that ended up getting the Tigers out of the inning. First pitch is in there for a strike to Parker Dusenberry for strike 1. Count is at 0-1. He flew out to right field in his first at bat. So here's the 0-1 pitch. And this one's lined over to left field. And hardly having to move and staring into the sun, making the catch in the left field area is Bailey for out number 1. Brings to the plate Gavin Brumley. Buffaloes again trailing 4-1. We played 4 full. It's in the top of the 5th with 1 out and nobody on for Gavin Brumley, who struck out looking his first time up. And also, we've been keeping up with all these scores. You know, we saw that Durant beat Booker T, put McAlester at 4. We see that Claremore looks like they're on the verge of beating Tahlequah, which means that Pryor needs to win this one to win the championship. A 5A4. So the first pitch misses high to Brumley, but we're not mentioning the big score that a lot of people around the state of Oklahoma is looking at, and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder. As this next pitch is in there for a strike. They currently lead the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1, game 2, as the Thunder have a 1-0 series lead. They lead the Memphis Grizzlies 36-21. 1-1 is chased low and outside for strike 2. They have 15-point lead for the Thunder currently. In the second quarter, 10:53 left in the second. Roberts taking a while, and now he'll step off. SGA still in a funk, too. He's only had 6 points. Team leader so far is Chet Holmgren with 9, leading the way for the Thunder. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Brumley. Fastball missing way outside, and then the count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I blink, and it's 40-23. 17-point lead for the Thunder. Well, they're a team to be proud of, aren't they? 2-2 pitch to Brumley. Swings and misses for strike 3. Another strikeout from Gavin Roberts. He's racking them up, and it's 2 up, 2 down for the Buffalo offense. Brings up Blake Judkins. Strikeout number 6 for Roberts. He's halfway there, but he's not living on a prayer. He's strolling right now. Moving and grooving. Judkins struck out swinging his first time up. And Roberts, I say halfway there, as the first pitch to Judkins, outside corner, paints the black, strike 1. Roberts struck out 12 McAlester batters a year ago in a 5-2 McAlester win, so he's looking for revenge. 0-1 pitch. Foul back into the mitt of the catcher Stoller, and that'll be strike 2. Roberts looking to go 1-2-3 again. Looking for back-to-back Ks. Gives the nod to his catcher Stoller. Way ahead in the count. The 0-2 to Judkins is fly to center field. Moving back just a tad is the center fielder Foster. He'll make the catch for out number 3. So it's been a 3-up, 3-down inning for Gavin Roberts in 4 out of the 5 innings that he has pitched. Only 1 he has not, and the Buffaloes got a run out of that inning. That was the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 5th. McAlester trailing the Pryor Tigers 4-1. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run and comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the... Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester. Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-8770.
We're back in Pryor. The McAlester Buffaloes are currently trailing the Tigers 4-1 as we head now to the top half of the order for the Tigers. 2, 3, 4 batters up. Gavin Roberts, Clinton Stoller, and Brock Ward. And that is what burned Brody Parker back in the 3rd inning when they scored their 3 runs. That kicked off the span of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive base runners. It was a walk to Gavin Roberts. First pitch to Roberts. And he grounds this one down the third base line, and it's fair. Down the line, could be extra bases. Rounding first is Roberts. He'll try to take second. Judkins all the way deep in the corner will get into his cutoff man, Denver Durant. And it's a leadoff double on the first pitch to Gavin Roberts. So leadoff double for the Tigers. They lead 4-1 over the Buffaloes. Brings up Clinton Stoller, who is 1 for 2. It's been 5 hits so far from the Tigers. And 3 of those came in the 3rd inning during this stretch of batters. Stoller 1 for 2. On the series, he is 2 for 6. Runner at second, nobody out. First pitch, off speed. Looked good. I don't think it was caught by McKinney. If McKinney catches that, I think that might be a call to strike. 1-0. In a subtle breeze, not too shabby today. It's just a picturesque day for baseball. We've been really blessed the last couple of days. Maybe a tad bit warm, but now that you've got a breeze and the sun is setting, it's just perfect for America's pastime. Spin move, and Parker will look back over to second base. And I've had a nice shade tree over to my right the entire day today, so I haven't had to really deal with the sun. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, just missing the black again. Count goes to 2-0. Now, with the view I have today, I mean, I'm telling you, I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. And it's about as pretty as it gets today. 2-0 pitch. Curveball in there, strike 1. I'll say one more thing about it. It's the kind of weather that makes you want to sit on your back porch on a rocking chair and just watch the sun go down. 2-1. That's what I get to do today while being out in nature and getting to call a McAlester baseball game. They're down 4-1 right now. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-1 pitch to Stoller as he grounds this one up the middle. Denver Durant dives but can't get to it. Gets into the outfield. They'll wave home the run. Hodgel fires from center field, and it's a little late. Sliding in safely with the RBI single, advancing to second on the throw is Clinton Stoller, and it is a 5-1 game. So RBI single from Clinton Stoller brings up Brock Ward, who is 2 for 2, including an RBI single. And the sun has gotten to a point here today where I don't think we're going to have to worry about anybody for the McAlester or Pryor defense worrying about it getting their eyes anymore today. Looks like it has officially gone to about setting here in Pryor. First pitch to the new batter, Ward. Fastball that misses the letters for ball 1. Update from OKC. Thunder lead 44-25 over the Grizzlies. Again, the Thunder won by 51 points back on Easter Sunday, which is the most in a Game 1 in NBA playoff history. 1-0 pitch, misses high for ball 2. They're only 7 points away from tying the all-time biggest difference in score in NBA history. That was 58. That was set twice before, once in like the 60s and then another time in 2009. Two-0 pitch, awaiting Brock Ward. Here comes. In there, back to the zone goes Parker. 2 balls, 1 strike. See if I can get an update from Tahlequah here for you guys. It might still be live here. 2-1. Outside corner with the fastball. Evens up the count at 2-2. Looks like Claremore has defeated Tahlequah 5-2, so it must take a Pryor win today for the Tigers to lock up the 5A4 district championship. If the Tigers hold on to win today, which they lead 5-1, they will win the 5A4 title. If they lose, Claremore takes it. 2-2 pitch. Curveball. Ground ball up the middle. Snagged by Parker. Now he drops it. Picks it back up. Has to fire to first quickly and does so in time for the out. It's out number 1. The runner stays put at second base. And they retire Brock Ward for the first time today. Brings up Sergio Banuelos. Banuelos has gone 0 for 1. He has flown out to center field and worked a walk. Sloan on deck is 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a 3 RBI double. He's got the biggest hit of the day so far, obviously. Runner in scoring position for the Tigers with a 4-run advantage. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch. Misses low inside. Tried to frame it was McKinney. And Ahead in the count is Banuelos, 1-0. As far as the outfield's concerned, again, average depth. Brumley and Wright playing off the right field line with the lefties up. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball missing the outside corner. Count moves to 2-0 for Banuelos. Get you a pitch count on Brody Parker here in just a second. I've been furiously going through all these different games on Game Changer, so I haven't got to go back and look at our own game here recently. Looks like Parker is nearing 90 pitches. 2-0 delivery. Back to the zone, strike one. So Parker's not on pace to finish off this game in 7. Again, if the Buffaloes don't get to the bottom of the 7th inning, he only has to pitch one more inning after this. But still, he's not on pace for 7. 2-1. Swung on and missed with the off-speed. I think it actually was fouled off of McKinney. And count evens up at 2-2. Parker's got 4 Ks today. He's looking for number 5. With the exception of one inning, he's looked sharp today. He's been way more in command of the zone. The Tigers have been a good hitting team all series. Parker looks at second a couple of times, and the 2-2. Bounces into McKinney. Runner will not take off. McKinney kind of baiting him, trying to say, hey, I dare you. He went over to the right side near the left-handed batter's box. And before he even picks up the ball, he's looking down the runner at second base saying, try it. Count at 3-2. Full count coming up to Banuelos. Has already worked 1 walk today and has flown out to center field. 3-2 pitch. Pops it up right side and playable. Is anyone going to get to it? Laib is going out after it. Makes the catch as he's going towards what is a warning track along the sides here at the Pryor baseball field over near the McAlester bullpen. And that's out number 2 runner. Does not tag up from second base. Get over in McAlester. That ball probably leaves the yard on that right side. Brings up Carter Sloan, who's been a Buffalo killer so far in the series. He's gone 3 for 4 with a single, a double, and a triple in the series. He had a 3 RBI double, which has essentially been the difference in this game. Grant Mullins is warming up the McAlester bullpen right now. First pitch with 2 down. Bounces in to the catcher, McKinney. And 1 ball, no strikes with 2 down and a runner at second base. Pryor leading 5-1, bottom of the 5th inning where they've already scored a run on an RBI single by Clinton Stoller. Another thing that's really cool about the Pryor ballpark is that you don't get this at every high school ballpark. Get opposing and home bullpens here. The 1-0. Outside corner with the fastball. Count evens up at 1-1. They're designated boxes. It's not just a part on the field. Like McAllister's lucky enough to have that too. So does Pryor. Well maintained too. Count at 1-1. Parker looks at second and deals the 1-1 pitch back to the inner half of the plate. Catches the corner for strike 2. That's another thing that makes Parker a great pitcher. He's not afraid to go to the inside half. He knows that he's going to hit some batters at times, but if you're going to be a good pitcher, you got to be able to command all parts of the plate. You cannot be scared to go in on the hands. Count goes to 1-2, and he's looking for a strikeout here with his 96th pitch of the game. Runner at second. Parker, the 1-2 pitch. He checked. He held up. As I move the count now to even at 2-2. I don't blame McKinney for looking because it looked like there was less of a check from Hurst earlier. But the field umpire said that he went around earlier. That was in the 4th. So worth a try. Count now 2-2. Parker back to second base. Kicks and fires. Lower outside missing. That'll be ball 3. Count runs full now on Carter Sloan. He's only been retired once, and that was a strikeout. So it's been strikeout or bust for Sloan so far. Not strikeout or bust. It's been strikeout or big knock for Carter Sloan so far. And Just the truth be told, he's had 3 big knocks so far in the series, looking for a 4th. Payoff pitch to Sloan. Misses low, and that'll be ball 4. So he walks. He's 1 for 1 today with 3 RBI. Brings up Jaron Bailey. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Tigers lead 5-1 over the Buffaloes. McAlester, in terms of the grand picture here, obviously you want to win the game because you want to win games. You don't want to lose games. You never want to do that, as Coach Meadows is coming out to speak with Parker. In the grand scheme of things in the district standings, though, this game doesn't mean anything to the Buffaloes. They will finish 4th whether they win or lose this game. Tigers are looking for the district championship. Coach Meadows, while we have a mound visit, we'll take at least a 30-second break here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So a mound visit with pitching coach Troy Meadows and catcher Jackson McKinney, freshman duo here for McKinney and Parker. That battery is going to face, coming up to the plate, Jaron Bailey, who is 0 for 2. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Buffaloes are trailing 5-1 to the Tigers. Force out of every bag with the runners at first and second. Parker comes set out of the stretch, lifts and fires. First pitch in there, strike 1 with the fastball. But the Tigers have done exactly what they did to Max Harmon yesterday. They run up the pitch count, a lot of deep counts by forcing foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, full counts, big hits when they need it. They played good baseball with the exception of a couple of errors. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And looking for the K to end this little threat here is Brody Parker. They've already scored 1 this inning. Pryor looking for more. Here in the district finale for 5A4, the rest of the state in 5A looks like they have 1 more week. Parker taking his time, and the 0-2 pitch popped up and out of play. This will once again get into that guy's backyard. I wonder if he has a collection of baseballs. Like, have you ever seen The Sandlot? Like, just a bunch of baseballs that he collects from being right next to the field here. And also, get this, an update from Mr. Randy Hughes. I might leave you in suspense. We'll see after this 0-2 pitch. If I get one more pitch here in this inning, I'll tell you what he just told me. Here's the 0-2 from Parker. Line drive that Dusenberry never saw. Went right past him to the left and into the outfield turf. 1 run is going to score. And the throw getting away from the cutoff man, Denver Durant, I think that he just did not see it off the bat. If he's seen that ball, he catches it over at third base. It was a soft hit line drive over to third, and he just did not see it. It split him in the third base bag, softly hit down the line, and it leads to an RBI single for Jaron Bailey. That is a first. I haven't been able to see someone that just can't see it off the bat like that. Maybe, again, the sun's trying to peek back through. It just got in his eyes again. Through the branch over here of this tree, right into the eyes of Dusenberry. Did not see it off the bat. And as a line drive base hit down the line, and it makes it a 6-1 game. First pitch to Crawford. Second chance here for Dusenberry. Again, he's having a hard time seeing that ball. Again, he's battling the sun over at that third base spot. And it rolls foul for strike 1. And he didn't see it that second time either. But the news that Coach Hughes gave me, Noble are the District 5A1 champions. They defeated Carl Albert 7-3 today. So Noble district champs over Carl Albert. Look at that. 0-1 pitch. Outside corner called, strike 2 to Trace Crawford, who's 0 for 2 today with a ground out to second and a backwards K. This game, the Buffaloes are down 6-1. Bottom of the 5th inning with 2 down, runners at first and second. Parker once again in this 2-strike count. And the pitch. Pops this one up over to right field into foul territory. Brumley's got a long run. He's not going to be able to get over to it. And we'll do it again at 0-2. And Parker's coming up on his pitch limit. He's over 100. I don't know if he's gone over 100 pitches so far this season. This might be his first time. This will be number 104. Update with the Thunder. They're leading 63-43 over the Grizzlies. 2:46 left in the half. The 0-2 pitch to Crawford. Swing and a foul ball into the glove of the catcher McKinney, who hangs on for out number 3. That might be the final at bat for the day that the Tigers will see against Brody Parker, and he ends it with a K of Trace Crawford. So that will end the 5th inning, but not before the Pryor Tigers take 2 more runs to send us to the top of the 6th. 6-1, Pryor leads over McAlester. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from. This Pathfinder looks just right. Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to Pryor, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes are down to their final 6 outs, trailing 6-1 to the Tigers. As I'm currently doing 2 things at once. Again, when I'm on the road here, I'm video guy and also broadcaster here, so give me just 1 second as the first pitch is in there for a ball to Brody Parker for ball 1. So there we go. There's the update to the scoreboard. Buffaloes top of the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Parker, who fouls this one up and out of play. Now even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker has flown out to right field. He's only had 1 at bat today. In fact, out of the 5 innings full that Gavin Roberts has pitched, 4 of them have been 1-2-3 innings. It's been 1 single against him and a hit by pitch by Roberts. He has been cruising today. 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. For Roberts, he's looking for strikeout number 7 against the Herd here. The 1-2 to Parker. Chops that one towards center field, having to roam over and make the catch as that's a line drive to Foster for out number 1. I don't know if Parker was trying to make contact into fair territory. I think that was more of a defensive swing. It's still a well-placed ball, but Foster was well placed in the outfield for out number 1. Brings up the top of the order in Jackson McKinney, who is 1 for 2. He's lined out to the pitcher and singled. He's made good contact both times he's been up. McKinney coming into this game batting .436 with a .472 on base percentage. Team leading 21 RBI. Again, really no wind out here in Pryor as the first pitch misses for ball 1. If we have any, it's around 7 miles per hour, but you can't really feel it, not even up here on this patio that I'm on the opposite side of the press box. 1-0 pitch from Roberts. Bounces in to the catcher Stoller, and the count is now at 2-0. Roberts with nobody on out of the windup, and the 2-0 pitch. High hit fly ball down the left field line, carrying towards the warning track, towards the wall. It one hop off the wall. It's extra bases for McKinney as he will slide into second base, nearly sliding past it with a 1-out double. McKinney stays hot. He is now 2 for 3 on the day, and he's in scoring position for Spencer Stinchcomb, who's 0 for 2. Now one hopper off the left field wall on a line drive smoke shot. Stinchcomb batting .310 on the year, .370 on base percentage. He is at a .342 batting average with runners in scoring, has 19 RBI. Looking for 20 here. McAlester trying to inch a little bit closer, down 6-1. Top of the 6th inning, running out of outs. First pitch missing, ball 1. Buffalo's been able to get to Gavin Roberts a little bit. Buffalo's been able to make better contact when he's out of the stretch, and that's just because he's off of his rhythm. The only time he hasn't gone 1, 2, 3 has been the times where he's had to work out the stretch. Obviously, that's how that works. That's also been the only time he's been able to get into trouble. Here's a reached out after fly ball to right field. Tagging up will be McKinney. The catch is made. He will hold up after a nice shot from the right fielder, Hurst, for out number 2. Brings up Denver Durant. That was the most idiotic statement I've ever made in terms of baseball commentary. Yeah, the only time he hasn't gone 1, 2, 3, he had to work out the stretch. No duh. But yeah, that was also an inning where he had to work against 6 or 7 different batters instead of just the 3. Again, the single led to a hit by pitch later on, led to an E6, and Buffaloes just put the ball in play better. Runner at second base, 2 down. Top of the 6th, Buffaloes are trailing 6-1. Denver Durant up at the plate, who's 0 for 1. He had that hit by pitch. Hit off his right elbow. First pitch to the lefty. And he's swinging, pops it up in the infield, middle of the diamond. Underneath the shortstop, that is Banuelos making the catch for out number 3. So went out double by Jackson McKinney is all for naught, as the Buffaloes will head to the field in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 6-1, and down to their final 3 outs. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester.
We're down to the bottom of the 6th inning. McAllister's down to their final 3 outs, and they have a new pitcher on the mound for the defense. That is Grant Mullins. As this call, the bullpen is brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. As we'll get to the rest of their live read here in just a second. First pitch of Grant Mullins on the day is down in the turf for ball 1. So, again, Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Here's a ground ball down the third base line, but foul. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. It's Talon Foster leading things off for the Tigers. Grant Mullins on a 1-1 pitch plunks Foster, and that will send him over to first base. Brings up the top of the order for Riley Hurst, who is 0 for 3. So Parker ends his day in 5 innings. I believe there were 6 runs scored against him. 5 of them were earned. It was that 2 through 7, the 2 through 7 stretch, really the 2 through 6 more than anything that hurt Brody Parker today. First pitch in there, strike 1 to Hurst. Hurst 0 for 6 in the series with a pair of Ks that he had today against Brody Parker. But the Tigers are 3 outs away from, so we have a pickoff over to first base. Snagging it before it gets past the foul line is Labus. The Tigers are 3 outs away from having a district championship. Looking to host for they will host for the second consecutive year. They did not make it to the state tournament last year. So here's a pitch that's painted the black on the outside corner. Again, count goes to 0-2. They went 22-14 from a year ago and missed the state tournament, breaking a 7-year streak of going to the dance. They've gone to 10 out of the last 13 state tournaments and looking to go again. 0-2 pitch. Found this one off and well out of play. Count will remain at 0-2. I don't know which one's harder, trying to find a foul ball in the McAlester Mike Deke parking lot or trying to find one in this field over to our right. God bless the soul that has to do that, though. Pick off over at first. Runner never saw it. What a move by Grant Mullins. Gets he out at first base. Out number 1. He never even saw Mullins throw the ball. And he picks off Talon Foster for out number 1. Nice move by Mullins. And he's also got Hurst down to the count 0-2. By the way, at halftime, OKC leading Memphis 70-52. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line drive up the middle, and there's that pickoff is looming even larger there for the McAlester defense, as that will be a 1-out single now for Hurst, as that's his first hit of the series. Brings to the plate Gavin Roberts. Roberts from a year ago batted .333, including 23 RBI, 18 stolen bases. According to PrepBaseballReport.com, was a Tulsa World All-Metro first-team selection. He's 1 for 2 today. He's reached on an E3, walked, and doubled. But he's been dynamite on the mound, and I'm sure he's going to try to finish what he started. Here's a pickoff to the first that did not work out the same way as the last one did. It went high and off the glove of Labus, and advancing over to second on the air is Riley Hurst. That will more than likely go down as an E1 there. It did hit off the glove of Labus, but we'll see who they officially ruled that one on. Either way, it is an error. It's McAllister's, I believe, their second one of the day, unless I'm missing one here. Next pitch is a high pop-up. Looks like that one will land out of play. Count is 0-1 on Roberts. Yeah, I have that as error number 2 for McAllister's defense. Oh, 1 pitch. And it misses inside and goes to the backstop. Bounces back over to McKinney, but now advancing over to third base on the wild pitch is Hurst. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Buffaloes fell yesterday 7-2 to the Tigers. Down today 6-1. Next pitch. Inside corner, called strike 2 as the infield comes in on the infield turf. Count is at 1-2 on Roberts. Yesterday had an RBI and a sac fly, kind of in a similar situation today. And this is a line drive up the middle, past the diving Denver Durant. It's another run scored, and another run closer to securing the district championship. RBI single from Roberts. And now 1 down. Brings up Clinton Stoller, who is 2 for 3. Tigers making better contact today than they made yesterday, too. And When they're hitting the ball like they're doing right now, they are hard to beat. And it really has been spread out throughout the lineup, too. Only 3 batters have not had a hit, but all but 2 batters have reached base safely today. Yeah, only 1 batter, actually, I take that back. Only 1 batter has not reached base today safely. Everyone else has. First pitch, inner half, missing to Stoller for ball 1. It's the 4th time through the lineup for the Tigers. The Buffaloes more than likely won't finish that 3rd time through. Here's a pitch that's chopped foul left side. Count even at 1-1 now on Stoller. Again, he's 2 for 3. He's flown out to center field, singled, and had an RBI single. They're 1 hit away from double-digit hits today. They have 9 to McAllister's 2. And really, the Buffaloes just haven't had, I mean, if we're being completely honest, just haven't had a lot to cheer about today. Tigers have snuffed it out of them quickly as this one gets into the turf and gets away from McKinney. Advancing to second base will be the runner, so no force out at second base anymore. Count goes to 2-1. You might be wondering how the Buffaloes beat Roberts when he was pitching like he did last year, striking out 12 McAlester batters. Well, here's a spin move, and Mullins won't throw over to second base. There were 12 strikeouts from the Tiger pitching staff of Roberts and Stoller, and 7 free passes. That tied into a lot of it. McAllister was actually out-hit in that game. 2-1 pitch. Bounces in, and the count goes to 3-1. 7 hits by the Tigers to 5 by McAllister. And there were 3 RBI scored by McAllister. Take that back, 2. And both of them are for Caden Lesnow in 1 hit. The rest of them errors by the Tigers, which they had 3 of them. McAllister played a clean game in that game last year at Mike Deek Field. That was on the 25th of April. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball left side, well found. The count moves to full at 3-2. The Clinton Stoller looking to continue what has been a good day for him. Not too shabby of a series either. He's gone 3 for 7. As we mentioned, some stuff around the state. Noble beating Carl Albert for the 5A1 district title. Here's the next pitch, another ground ball left side to Denver Durant. We'll throw back to second base to try to get the out there, and he does not do so. So instead, Denver Durant tried to get the runner who came off the bag a little bit, but getting back into second base safely as reaching on a fielder's choice. Going for the out, the force out at second base, or rather the lead out at second base instead of the out at first was Durant, and it comes back to bite McAllister. They do not get their second out here. So Stoller reaches on a fielder's choice. Brings up Brock Ward, who's 2 for 3. The Buffaloes have a force out of every bag, but Ward, he's had a good day today too, 2 for 3 with an RBI single. He goes after one in the turf, cannot hold up on a swing, try to bring it back. Count at 0-1. Also got some smoke that's blaring from beyond the right field walls. Here's a fly ball to right, shallow right, coming in as Brumley still racing, dives, and he's short on the ball. One hops into the diving Brumley, as Stinchcomb will run it in and throw it over to Labus. And it will be a single, bloop single in right field by Brock Ward, who is 3 for 4. Brings to the plate Sergio Banuelos. So I just look at it here. Banuelos was to send one out of the park for a grand slam. It would walk off the game for the Pryor Tigers. They'd win the district title in walk-off fashion. Bottom of the 6th, 7-1. Tigers lead the Buffaloes as McKinney will go speak with Mullins. But as I was mentioning right before that, there's someone that's burning stuff in their backyard over beyond the right field wall. Yeah, I'm just saying whatever kind of comes to my mind right now, but it had a pretty good burrow of smoke coming up for a moment there. Looks like a controlled fire, though. One down after the conversation is concluded between McKinney and Mullins. McKinney makes his way back behind the home plate area, and here's the first pitch to Banuelos. A called strike lower inner half for strike one. Banuelos has flown out to center field, walked, and flown out to first base again yesterday. Went 2 for 4 with an RBI, doubled twice. Next pitch. Upper half, crosses the letters for called strike two. So count quickly moves to 0-2 on Banuelos. Grant Mullins trying to keep his team in the game. 0-2 pitch. Misses outside, almost chasing was Banuelos, held off. Count goes to 1-2. That continues what I was mentioning about just their collective great batter's eye the Tigers have had in this series. It's made them hard to get out. 1-2 pitch. And here's a broken bat, line drive down the left field line, and it lands foul over the fence. That is a broken bat on the swing. Not every day you get to see that when you have, again, aluminum bats or BB core or whatever he's using there. But it broke off at the handle. It's not, I don't know if that was a two-piece bat or not, but it broke off at the handle, snapped the handle, and the barrel went flying towards the third base dugout. And he still hit that ball pretty far. I don't think it left the yard, but it was hit well far to where we were thinking, does that leave the yard? On a broken bat, foul ball, and count as a 1-2 as he gets a new bat. And the pitch. And he lines this one over to center field. No one's tagging up at first. Coming in is Hodgel. He makes the catch, and there will be no sac fly, and Coach Osborne is ripping his runner a new one. That should have easily been a sac fly. I think the runner at third just didn't know how many outs there were. He went halfway between third and home and stopped. And then Coach Osborne, I could hear him from here, is yelling, why aren't you getting back? You can tag up and score. Instead of just a fly out to center field by Banuelos, and the score is still 7-1. Brings up Carter Sloan, who is 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch, a 3 RBI double, and a walk. So the Tigers do not score another run. It's still 7-1. First pitch to him. Sloan will watch the fastball catch the inner half for strike one. By the way, when Mullins did come in to start off the bottom of the sixth inning, it was just a straight switch. Parker went to the dugout. Mullins came in. Curveball. Inner half. Again, going after the inside part of the plate, called strike two. Buffaloes trying to work out of this bottom of the sixth inning with just 1 run of damage. Trying to keep their team in the game. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive, left field. This one will one hop into Judkins. 1 run will score. Here comes the next run as the ball gets away from the cutoff man, Dusenberry. Throw to the plate is not in time. And it's a 2 RBI single for Carter Sloan, who has 5 RBI on the day. What a day. He's not someone you've wanted to pitch to with the bases loaded today, and it's now 9-1. On another 0-2 pitch. They've scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth. And now Jaron Bailey up, who's gone 1 for 3. The winning run for the Tigers is at first base. First pitch. Fastball missing low, ball 1. Been some long innings for the McAlester defense on the opposite side. Buffaloes have went down almost in order in every single inning except for the fourth where they scored their run. 1-0. There's a line drive down the left field line. That one will slice foul. Count even at 1-1. Again, if they can get Carter Sloan from first base all the way around to home, with 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth, it will win the game for the Tigers in run rule fashion. By the way, Sloan on this series, get this, he is now 4 for 5 with 5 RBI, 1-1. In there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jaron Bailey. Lay down a bunt, grounded out to third, and had that RBI single that was down that third base line. Next pitch is going to be a pop-up. Shallow right field, could be trouble. Looks like Stimchcom's underneath it. Wants it, calls for it, gets the out for out number 3. So the Buffaloes will go to the top of the 7th inning, but not before some insurance runs, as Pryor places an insurance claim in the bottom of the 6th. They score 3 more runs. They lead by 8. They're 3 outs away from the District 5A4 title. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Celebrating 10 years of excellence. JP All-American Outdoor Contracting and Construction is your trusted partner for expert tree removal, high-end fences, decks, and custom construction. Serving Oklahoma with quality, safety, and reliability. We're here to transform your property. From emergency tree services to dream builds, we do it all. Call today for a free consultation and experience the difference. 910-568-87.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Last chance for the McAlester Buffaloes, and it'll be the middle of the order up for the black and gold. It'll be Gunnar Hodgel, Cole Labus, Parker Dusenberry. Gavin Roberts has been electric. He has struck out 6 McAlester batters. He has allowed only 2 hits, and he's looking to finish what he started, trying to secure the district championship for the Pryor Tigers in District 5A4. As we will wait, Coach Mullins to get over to the third base side, and we wait for Gunnar Hodgel to make his way into the right-handed batter's box. Roberts is ready to go. Wind up in the first pitch. Low for ball 1. Hodgel has gone to the shortstop area in this series 3 different times. 3 out of his 5 at-bats, he's hit a ground ball to the shortstop. He has hit the ball on the ground all 5 times here that he's come up to the plate. Next pitch is going to miss for a ball. And also get this, through 6 innings, Roberts only threw 63 pitches. This is number 65. This one misses high for ball 3. 3-0 the count now to Hodgel. As the Tigers can feel a district title on the horizon, though. 3-0 pitch. And he's going to walk Hodgel on 4 pitches, which we have not really seen today. It's the first walk of the day from Roberts. So for the Buffaloes, again, they need a heck of a comeback, but again, I've seen crazier. They need 8 runs to at least send this to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cole Avis now up. He's over 2 with 2 Ks. First pitch. Back in the zone with the fastball goes Roberts. Inner half, strike 1. Hodgel's been on first already today. He wanted to take second. He was picked off. 0-1. And this will be in there for strike 2. I don't see Hodgel taking off for second base now. I mean, maybe, but when you're down by 8, you need the base runners more than you need the runner in scoring position at this point. Counted 0-2. Long look at first base by Roberts. Comes to a pause. And deals. Did he go around? Yes, he did. There's the hat trick of Cole Labus. Gets him on 3 pitches with a fastball up high. Labus chases. And it brings up Parker Dusenberry. Dusenberry's flown out to right. He's flown out to left. Tigers 2 outs away. 9-1. Hodgel at first base for the Buffaloes. Underneath the lights here at the Pryor baseball field in the district finale. First pitch to Dusenberry. Misses up high. Thought about the snap throw was Stoller. Instead, he gives it right back to his pitcher, Roberts. Dusenberry coming into this game is batting .268 on the year, a .391 on base percentage. Next pitch to the righty, misses high as well, ball 2. On deck is Gavin Brumley. Looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter instead. Jackson Morgan looks like he'll step up to the plate. 2-0. And this is a called strike up and inside. Caught that quadrant for strike 1, 2-1. Coach Homer saying from the first base dugout, get the barrel there. Buffalo's looking to barrel up a pitch. Next one. And he lines this one. Shallow line drive over the right side. It'll be caught. Throw back over to first base. Sliding back in safely is Hodgel. And that'll be out number 2 on the soft line drive to the second baseman Crawford. And the Buffaloes are down to their final out. So it'll be Jackson Morgan coming in to hit for Gavin Brumley. Roberts 1 out away. He takes a time to collect himself, stepping off the rubber, looks back, also waiting for the home plate umpire to be able to write down in his notes that Morgan's coming in for Brumley. Buffaloes down 9-1, down to their final out with a runner at first base. First pitch to Morgan. Hodgel takes off for second. There will be no throw. Thinking about it was Stoller, but stealing second is Hodgel. Count 0-1. Called strike on the inner half. Morgan batting a hair under 200 on the year, 348 on base percentage. Has 9 RBIs in his senior campaign. 0-1 to Morgan. Misses high, and the count goes to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tigers 2 strikes away from the title. 8-run lead. A Claremore win today over Tahlequah forced the Tigers to have to win this game if they wanted to win the district title. 1-1 pitch. Called strike. That's a bad location. Home plate umpire's been pretty good today, but that was a bad spot down low. Looked like it missed well low. That'll be ball 2. Or rather, strike 2. Should have been ball 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buffalo's down to their final strike. Roberts getting his signs from Stoller, looking for one more pitch. Still waiting. Now comes set. Hodgel at second base. And the 1-2. Line drive, shallow center field, dropping and landing. Rounding third will be Hodgel. Here's the throw from center field. It is on time but late. On the mark but late. Gunnar Hodgel scores from second base. It's an RBI single. Pinch hit single from Jackson Morgan, and the Buffaloes stay alive. And now it's 9-2. That's all you can ask there from Jackson Morgan. Hand it off to the next guy. He's the only person to get a hit outside of Jackson McKinney today, and it was a line drive. 2-hopper to the center fielder. Foster was able to score Gunnar Hodgel from second. Brings to the plate Blake Judkins, who is over 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field. No one holding on Morgan at first base. So he's creeping closer to second base. He takes off. Here's the pitch, and he'll be flied over to right and out of play for strike 1. This is where you're relying on your first base coach if you're Morgan, because I've seen this at times. Even though you are not being held over at first base, you're worried about the first baseman playing behind you. You're worried about him crashing towards the bag and picking off over there. So you don't want to take too much of a lead in case that's the case. He's just inching closer and closer to the second base bag. He'll take off again probably. Here's the 0-1. It's a swung on and missed for strike 2, so Morgan will get over to second base on a defensive indifference. And again, the Buffaloes are down to their final strike for the second consecutive batter. Again, one more pitch for the Tigers to try to secure the district championship. The stadium almost completely silent, like they're waiting on it. And Roberts steps off, so the anticipation will have to hold on a little bit longer. Roberts toes the rubber again, looks at second base. 0-2 pitch. Outside corner with a curveball. Missing outside. Judkins staying alive, and the count is at 1-2. All Judkins will want to do is just get it to the next guy. 1-2 from Roberts. Line drive down the line, right field on his horse, and it will land for a base knock. Could be extra bases. Judkins rounding first and making his way to second base. Here's the throw to second, not in time, and it's back-to-back RBI rips by the McAlester Buffaloes with 2 down to their final strike. This time a double from Judkins down the line. And the Buffaloes aren't dead yet. Still got a long way to go, but they're not dead yet. 9-3 on the drive down the right field line by Judkins. Brings up to the plate Grant Mullins. As he came in for Brody Parker, he is now McAllister's newest last line of defense. So Judkins trades places with Jackson Morgan. Buffaloes down 9-3. First pitch to Mullins. Fastball missing high, ball 1. So after only having 2 hits this entire game from one guy, the Buffaloes put together 2 consecutive hits and back-to-back at-bats down to their final strike. 1-0. Line drive over to second base. Hopping, not making the catch. Will get into the outfield. Waving home Judkins is Mullins. The throw from right field is cut off. The throw to the plate, not in time. Another run scores. It's an RBI single from Grant Mullins, and McAlester has made it a 9-4 game. And they have brought it to the top of the order. The bottom of the order with 2 new hitters into the game have rallied off 3 consecutive hits. 3 RBI base hits. And it's now 9-4. And the Tigers are still waiting for that final out. Buffalo's trying to rally here from down by 8 at one point. They now have made it a 5-run game. So still a way to go. But Jackson McKinney digs in 2 for 3 on the day. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times. Roberts looks at first base. Jordan Clark comes in to run. First pitch outside. Snap throw to first base. Back in safely is Clark. Count is 1-0. And Jordan Clark running for Grant Mullins. If it wasn't for that 3-run 6th inning, McAlester would be just 2 runs away right now. 1-0. Fastball up and outside. That'll be ball 2. Now Roberts throwing angry. He's revved up the velocity on his last couple of pitches, but they both missed up and outside. Like he's overthrowing a little bit. Count at 2-0. Buffalo's fighting here. 2-0 pitch. And a huge cup from McKinney fouls it off of his leg, and he's in pain. He'll try to walk it off down the first base line, but he's angry. Not angry, but he's just angry that he had to get hit on the foul ball. Count moves to 2-1. He'll be okay. That's just going to sting for a hot minute. He's going to speak with his pitcher, is Stoller. McAlester still down to their final out here. But they're trying to make things interesting. It's a 5-run game, the bottom of their order, with 3 consecutive hits down to their final strike. Twice down to their final out, 3 different times. Clark at first base. Pinch running for Grant Mullins. He might be courtesy running, I think. Actually, courtesy running for Mullins. Taking off for second. Clark. There'll be a throw down to second. That won't be in time. They're well in time. Was Clark. What was that call, though? I didn't see anything from the umpire. I think that was a ball. Looks like it might be a strike. Count goes to 3-1. Hitters count for Jackson McKinney with another runner in scoring position. Can McAlester rally off 4 consecutive RBI base knocks? And the pitch to McKinney. Missing inside, it'll be a walk. So McKinney walks. It's been 4 consecutive base runners for the Buffaloes, and Roberts came into this inning at 63 pitches. He has thrown 26 this inning. Now Spencer Stinchcomb comes up to the plate. Runners at first and second with 2 down, and there will be a mound visit with Coach Osborne and his pitcher and catcher. So we'll take a 30-second break and return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So this is a situation here for Coach Osborne to go speak with his pitcher, Gavin Roberts, who has pitched great up to the 7th inning. But 3 consecutive base hits from the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, all RBI base hits. It given McAlester a bit of life. We have not flatlined yet. But McAlester, if they can get one more hit here, then all of a sudden you're looking at Pryor getting a little bit nervous. 9-4 our score. First pitch to Stinchcomb. Missing outside, ball 1. Buffaloes have runners at first and second. Clark at second. McKinney at first. Again, one big fly makes this a 2-run game. Stinchcomb hasn't had one yet, but now would be as good of a time as ever. Next pitch. Fastball back in there, strike 1. Stinchcomb has gone 0 for 3 today. He's gone 1 for 6 in the series. He struck out swinging today, grounded into a fielder's choice, and flown out to right field. 1-1 to Stinchcomb. And he chases one that fouls it off over to the right side. And for the third time this inning, the Buffaloes are down to their final strike. Stinchcomb batting .342 with runners and scoring, 19 RBI, looking to get to that 20 RBI mark. Outfield playing shallow, especially the center fielder Foster. 1-2 to Stinchcomb. Off speed, misses low and outside. Nice eye by Stinchcomb. Lays off, and now we have Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Will this be the batter that the Tigers lock down the district series? Will be this the batter that they lock down the district championship? 2-2. Runners take off. The pitch is going to be fouled backwards, and the count will remain at 2-2. So on a 2-2 count, both Clark and McKinney take off for third and second, respectively. They'll have to retreat back to their bags as Stinchcomb stays alive. Pryor fans just want this one to end. They want to check off that district championship off their checklist. Trying to get back to the state tournament. 2-2. Fly ball, this should do it. Over to right field. Hurst underneath it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. The Pryor Tigers take the 5A4 district championship, and they check that off that checklist when you make a set of goals at the beginning of the year. That first one is the district championship. Regionals up next, and then the state tournament. They win despite a late comeback effort from the McAlester Buffaloes that falls short. 9-4 is our final score. But they are District 5A4 champions. They finished the District 5A4 standings with 11 wins to 1 loss, just 1 game above the Claremore Zebras. It was their win in extra innings over the Zebras and McAllister's 1-0 win over the Zebras last week that secured that top spot in the 5A4 standings. McAlester finishes 4th with the Durant win earlier today over the Booker T. Washington Hornets. So looks like 5A4 is set. Pryor at 1, Claremore at 2, Durant at 3, McAlester 4, Booker T 5, Tahlequah 6, Will Rogers 7. We'll talk about it more when we come back. But again, that is it for us today. We will look at our post-game stats when we return. Again, final score 9-4 Pryor over McAlester on KNED.
Wow, Nissan has so many models to choose from. This Pathfinder looks just right. Wait a second, Maddie, isn't that a family car?
Absolutely.
What? I'm gonna be an aunt?
Come to Fenton Nissan and get a 2025 Pathfinder, and we'll throw in a Fenton family deal this season.
This deal applies even if you're an aunt, uncle, or just you.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Big John's Auto Repair is here to help. We'll fix it right. We offer diagnostics, AC servicing, and engine repair. We make car trouble vanish like magic. We can prevent breakdowns and keep your car moving with regular maintenance. Same great service and friendly faces. Stop in today for all your car repair needs. Big John's Auto Repair, located at 325 Northeast Electric in Krebs.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC.
More than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3120.
Ready for a home run in comfort? Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC is always ready to step up to the plate. Whether it's beating the summer heat or staying warm through the winter chill, they're your go-to team for fast, reliable HVAC HVAC service. From quick repairs to expert installations, they ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Don't despair or let your comfort sit on the bench. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air and keep your home out of the trench. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. And with our convenient online booking, it's never been easier to get the comfort you deserve. Shopping for furniture should never be a hassle. And at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, we agree. So we will continue to offer unmatched customer service as we have for over 34 years. Stop by today and experience our store-wide savings. We offer 12 months interest-free financing or no credit needed. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in McAlester.
Well, it's over in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes fall to the Pryor Tigers 9-4. Again, just a couple of big innings by the Tigers. They scored 3 in the third. They also had 3 again in the sixth. And if they don't score 3 in the sixth, then you're looking at your tying run, your winning run being at the plate, the tying run on the base paths. But again, you can't go back in time. And the McAlester Buffaloes know this. They drop another game. They fall to 6-6 to finish off their district schedule. They fall to 15-14 on the year, and they finish the 5A4 standings at 4th. If Booker T would have beat the Durant Lions today, McAlester would have fell to 5. But since Durant won over Booker T, the Lions finish 3rd, and McAlester finishes at 4th. So 9-4 is our final. We're going to look at our post-game stats, and then we're going to look at the playoffs outlook now for the rest of the season. Your post-game stats are brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota for your spring feeding program needs. So we'll start off with the Tigers. They improved to 21-10 on the year, 11-1 in district play, and they are the 5A4 district champions. Hurst went 1 for 4. Riley Hurst 1 for 4. Gavin Roberts 2 for 3 with an RBI. Clinton Stoller 2 for 4 with an RBI. Brock Ward 3 for 4 with an RBI. Sergio Benuelos 0 for 3. Carter Sloan 2 for 2 with 5 RBI. A bases clearing double, and then with the bases loaded again, a 2 RBI single. Jaron Bailey went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Trace Crawford 0 for 3, and Talon Foster 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Gavin Roberts gets the win, going all 7 innings. There were 11 hits by the Tigers. He struck out 7 McAlester batters. He walked 2, hit 1 prior error. For the Buffaloes, dropping to 15-14 on the year, 6-6 in district play, and again finished 4th in the 5A4 district standings. 1 through 9 looked like this. Jackson McKinney went 2 for 3 with a double. Spencer Stinchcomb 0 for 3. Denver Durant 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Gunnar Hodgel 0 for 2 with a walk. Cole Labus 0 for 3, 3 Ks today. Parker Dusenberry 0 for 3. Gavin Brumley 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Jackson Morgan came in to hit for him, had an RBI single to keep the game alive. Blake Judkins he's the one that Morgan handed the ball off to. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI double to again hand it off to Grant Mullins, who had a RBI single, who batted for Brody Parker, who went 0 for 2 today. So the Buffaloes had 5 hits. They had 2 coming into the 7th inning. They had 3 consecutive ones to make this a 9-4 game, where they entered the 7th inning 9-1. Between Parker and Mullins, they struck out 5. They walked or hit 5, and there were 2 McAlester errors today. So what it comes down to, again, it's hitting. Tigers had a really good approach at the plate today. They kept on working the pitch count of Brody Parker, got themselves into good count situations, and then when Parker was forced to throw one more over the plate, or Mullins, they took advantage of it. And McAlester had an error. They took advantage of it. Buffaloes didn't have the same approach to the plate as the Tigers did, not because they didn't try, just because it was better execution by Gavin Roberts than McAlester was today. And sometimes you just have that. It's better to be able to lose in this kind of way. I hate to say that because you're trying to find some kind of consolation. But if you're going to lose a game, you'd rather lose when you're playing better than when you lose like you did last Tuesday over in Claremore and you kick the ball around 5 times and you see yourself lose 15-1 in a game where if you played, good defense and you gave yourself a chance. Today, yeah, you had a couple of errors, but that's not the reason why you lost the game. It was just more so Pryor outplaying you today, and sometimes that will happen. But Pryor are the undisputed 5A4 district champions. They will be hosting their regional. If McAlester would have fell to 5th today, they did not, but if McAlester would have fell to 5th, they would be going back to Pryor for the regional tournament. Now McAlester, who is finishing 4th, more than likely will go to Bishop Kelly, and that's not great news for the Buffaloes either there, because Bishop Kelly, as I was looking at their schedule, they might be a favorite to win the whole thing. Bishop Kelly is really good this year. They're 22-7. Their losses have been to Springdale, Arkansas, Harbor, Arkansas in 6A 12-11 in extra innings. They also lost to Heritage Hall in 4A 13-7. They lost to Coweta 4-2. That was their one loss in District 5A3. They also lost to Blanchard, who is incredible this year. They lost to them 7-4. Lost to the Ozarks in Missouri 9-0. And they do have, that's it. I didn't get an update on the score with Midwest City and Bishop Kelly, but if Bishop Kelly beat Midwest City tonight, which I can check real quick before I sign off the air here, just by going to Game Changer, if everyone can stay with me here, Bishop Kelly wraps up their district standings today. So I see the Bishop Kelly Varsity Comets here. Again, they won yesterday in a 16-0 fashion over Midwest City. So wait for it to load here. It looks like, they're down. Are they down? Yeah, Midwest City is beating Bishop. Whoa, that throws a wrench in some of the plans of the Bishop Kelly Comets. Midwest City is leading 5-2 over the Bishop Kelly Comets. So that might throw a wrench in the plans of things. But now I'm going to also have to look at the Coweta-Collinsville score, but I don't have enough time to do that in the postgame. The Buffaloes could go to Bishop Kelly, Collinsville, Coweta. Bishop Kelly trying to come back in it. They just made it a 5-3 game. Again, it's bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Comets are trailing by 2. And now by 1, they scored again. It's 5-4, so they're trying to make their comeback here. I don't know why they're that far behind. It's 8:21. That game should be over if it's not over already. But last update that I had on Game Changer is 5-4 Midwest City leading Bishop Kelly. Bottom of the fourth, 1 down and runners at the corners. So, anywho, we'll see how that game ends on out. But McAlester could be going to either Bishop Kelly, Collinsville, or Coweta, whoever ends up taking the district title in 5A3. We'll have an update for you on Buff Sports Radio's Twitter page, so we encourage you to follow us there. But the favorite was going to be Bishop Kelly after just a smashing of Midwest City yesterday, 16-0. They just had to beat the Bombers one more time to absolutely outright secure the 5A3 title. We'll see if that ends up happening. But if Bishop Kelly does win the district title, that's where McAlester will be going here in a few weeks. So that's all I can say about today. That's going to wrap us up for today. And for the district schedule, McAlster's next game is scheduled to be Thursday back at home against Wright City. That is a non-district match. We know that rain's going to be coming in too. We'll let you know if that game stays on the schedule or if it gets canceled or moved or anything. Same way for Friday at Broken Bow. That is the 2 games that we have coming up this week. Again, whether it might change the schedule there, we'll see. But anyway, that ends the district schedule for McAlester at a record of 6-6 in district play, 15-14 so far on the whole season. We'd like to thank our sponsors one final time here. Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Offered Propane, Fitton Nissan and McAlester, Big John's Auto Repair, The Bank & A, First Realty, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, and JP All-American Outdoor Contracting, LLC. Also, our first pitch time today was 5:59. Final pitch time today, 8:11. So it was a 2-hour and 12-minute game today. Big thank you to our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, for his work this evening, and thank you, the listener, for spending your Tuesday night with us as well. One final time from the Pryor Baseball Park here in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. It was the Pryor Tigers 9 and the Buffaloes 4 for the Tigers District Championship. Until, as of right now, Thursday, when the Buffaloes host the Wright City, I believe, Lumberjacks. This is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great night, have a Buffalo night, everybody. Night-night, Harper.